Hello, everyone, and welcome. I am so excited that I was able to get up in time to do the video early this morning. As we know, I'm doing my keto coffee, so I'm going to start that off. And, things are really kind of progressing well with it because I am with my little workout for like 30 to 45 minutes. I'm increasing, depends on how tired I am. And I just do not have that extra pep to get up super early, because I go to bed super late, to work out in the morning. So I tend to work out at night, like after midnight. So, the coffee is going. In the meantime, today, I think it's the Reds Day. I'm not mistaken. So, I'm using my new cup. Cool stuff. So today's my Reds Day. Super Reds at Elizabeth Walker.itworks.com, right? And for my face today, I'm actually using my Rose Deep Hydration Face Serum. I really like it. And I'm not sure if they sell it by itself because it usually comes in a set. So I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to get more of this. And I want more of it. So I got to figure out that. Also, I've been telling you that I've been doing the V8 green juice. Struggle. That is a struggle drink. It is not good. It's a struggle drink. But I am determined to finish everything. It's good for you, I get it, but it's a struggle. It has celery. It's just, the serving size is 8 ounces. I only do 4 ounces because that's as much as I can tolerate. It tastes a little bit better the more times you drink it. Sorry, my dog is very, you should know by now. Anyway, so my Reds is great. And then two things I wanted to talk about. So American Soul, I think it was the season finale last night. And honestly, the story that they're telling is so compelling that it makes me want to go back and be like, did this really happen? Can you guys tell me? Like, I hope this is I was hoping that I was hoping that this video, that some of it is, true or not true. I'm like, did this really happen? I really, really want to know more about the story, especially like the auxiliary people who were around him. Did they really go to jail? Like, did he really kill? I'm really curious. And for the first time, see, if I'm going to be not so nice to American Souls, their casting, then I also need to be pretty happy when they cast well. So Shaka Khan, I was like, that I believe is Shaka Khan. I completely believe that is Shaka Khan. I can get with that. Richard Pryor, Lord have mercy. Like, Ooh, I'm almost done. I got this much left in that large container. I can make it. Anyway, yeah, no, Richard Pryor, that was a struggle cast. But Shaka Khan, that was good. And, you know, like I said, if it doesn't come back next season, I'm okay with it. Yesterday, I mentioned Black Brother. And because, first of all, it is incredibly hard to find in person. You really have to order it online. And for Black Brother, I read it. I told you that it's a quick read. It really is a quick read. But I know I read pretty quickly, so that's part of it. But it is a compelling read, and I think she writes so well. You know, what interests me about this, because she takes, like I said yesterday, she takes topics and she puts them from a kid's point of view. And this one is really about, she's trying to take the topic of the prison to pipeline and how it can happen to anybody. Like, it's not, this is not just based on, this is more based on race than it is based on class. And so this is she tries to show you that there are two brothers. It's an interracial marriage, and one brother came out looking very close to white. One brother came out looking very close to darker brown skin, and they're blood brothers, like same mother, same father, but they're treated so differently in an upper middle class family, and they're treated so differently by the school, and that leaves such a large imprint on their life. And I think one thing about this is that the mother, because of their status, they have the tools to easily fight back. The mother's an attorney, right? But on the other hand, I think what is here is that you have the boy who is able to use some of his tools to become innovative in figuring out his way to solve the problem, which is through fencing. And he's being bullied, so he's going to pick up the same thing that he has found with the same thing that the bullies are kind of into. He wants to kind of beat them at their own game, which is the kids thought of this. There's a quote that says, "Black is not invisible." And I like that. I mean, she has a very good way of writing very simple phrases that is very poignant, and it really, really stays with you to make me think. And every book she does that, and that's why, I mean, I think it's such a great read. I mean, I really could do a really nice survey of in her class. Like, I can really go through a survey to talk about, like, how, you know, because she deals with children's trauma experience, and so we're looking at it from an adult perspective, but let's look at it from kids' perspectives. And I've done that for 2 of my classes. I've used the Ninth Ward, looking at it from an adult perspective of Hurricane Katrina, looking at it from a kid's perspective of Hurricane Katrina. So we've done the adult side, then we narrow it down to a kid's perspective. I've done this also with Ghost Boys, looking at police trauma when it comes to blacks being arrested, or black and brown people being arrested or killed at a high rate, looking at it from an adult perspective. I use Jay-Z and Nas, and I narrow it down to a kid's perspective by reading the kid's book. I mean, you really could do a survey class just on her. And I mean, this fall, I am teaching a couple of English classes, and I'm not sure. I'm late, so that's one thing. I still haven't figured out what book I am interested in reading, and what books I haven't picked them out. And I should pick them out by the end of next week, because, you know, I'm kind of late at this. Since class starts the end of next month. And I'm just trying to figure out, really I'm trying to figure out what books to consider, because part of these books are, I mean, I can go with something I've taught before, which is okay, but I was, you know, trying to be a little bit more innovative. But I would heavily consider maybe teaching from this book, just to give people another understanding of inequity through education system. And this is a great beginning read of the prison to pipeline, the effects of the prison to pipeline. And I think that that's an interesting read. Anywho, have a great afternoon, and I will see you tomorrow. I'm not sure what to talk about tomorrow, but I'm sure I'll figure something out. Since I'm really proud of myself, I've only missed 2 days out of this journey and this beginning of this since I started, so that's a really cool thing. Oh, by the way, fingernail polish, right? Well, I've got this fingernail polish, and I did the manicure almost a week. Avon, and it's the gel manicure. Super easy to apply, super great lasting, and it looks pretty darn good. So get yourself Avon gel fingernail polish. Have a great afternoon. Bye.